Hello everyone, my name is ExpressBean64, and welcome to the Azalea Railway. Now you might be wondering, what is the Azalea Railway? Well, back in 2020, I made my very own OC, and I'd planned to reveal a lot about him, but the month after posting the first video about him, the pandemic began and all my motivation for the project quickly left. However, I was recently wanting to get back into filming and I remembered about him and all the stuff I had planned, so with his second birthday recently passing, I thought I'd celebrate by introducing you all to the railway he's from, the Azalea Railway. There are several engines who work here, and you might even recognize a few. Today, I wanted to go through some of the main characters you will encounter on this line. The first engine we will be taking a look at is the one who started it all, Ulysses. Now, Ulysses usually has quite of an abrasive personality. He often likes to boast and boss the other engines around. However, most of the other engines tend to ignore him whenever he does this, making him very annoyed. While he may talk big, he often messes up a lot, making him quite the klutzy engine. He usually thinks a bit highly of himself, but he can also be a bit caring. The others have given him the nickname Gremlin, due to the way he sometimes acts. Before arriving on the Azalea Railway, he worked in an industrial yard, where he claims he was the fastest engine there. Because of this, he has become quite competitive, and his determination can make him a bit cold, calculating, and very sarcastic. Now, as it stands, his model is very basic. He currently is just a repainted Adventures Hong Mei with a separate face, and while I don't think there's anything wrong with making an OC based off a pre-existing character, I do really want to kind of remodel him, just to make him a bit more unique. I also plan on giving him a new face to match his personality, as the Edward face I gave him I feel like just doesn't do his personality justice, you know? The next engine we'll be taking a look at is Molly, who some of you may know from that one episode from Thomas and Friends. However, I have kind of rewritten her character in a way. She can still be shy, but she has a motherly heart, leading others to think that she is the most mature of the fleet of the engines, when they can't be further from the truth. Although she tends to seem nonchalant, she can be quite conniving. She loves to mess with Ulysses especially, and tends to act as a foil to his plans. She will play tricks on him and make him go insane. The two always seem to be playing a game of cat and mouse, but if the two were to actually work together on something, they'd be able to accomplish pretty much anything. She can also be a bit reserved and can get embarrassed a bit easily. I decided to go along with this rewrite of her character because she literally appeared in one episode and her only personality trait was her being shy. I don't think people will really get upset with this change, as I don't really imagine they will, because like I said, she's only in one episode. I also based her and Ulysses off of two certain characters from a show I actually watched like months after making Ulysses. If you can somehow figure out what characters they are, I'd love to see you guess in the comments down below. Moving on to our next member of the Azalea Railway fleet is Samson, another character you guys might recognize. Now, he is the most experienced member of the fleet and has worked on the railway before the others. Because of this, he likes to act like a mentor for Ulysses, much to his dismay. He also tends to pull freight cars to other railways, including Sodor. The engines on Sodor are quite fond of him, and he is of them too, but Azalea is his home, and there's no other place he'd rather be. Now, I really wanted to put Samson on this railway, because like we see in the show, Samson is constantly going back and forth from the mainland in Sodor. So of course he has to live at a railway off of Sodor, and I thought since we never see it on screen, why not just plop him into this AU? It works really well and I really like it. I feel like Samson never really got any screen time, which is a shame because I love his design. And on to our final engine of the day. Meet Hamilton, the big city engine. While not an actual member of the Azalea Railway, he tends to rest here as it is his last stop of the day. Every Wednesday he picks up the express from Gordon at Vickerstown. Hamilton has a strange hatred for Sodor. No one knows why, but it just kinda happened. Because of this, Samson doesn't like him hanging out on the railway as he feels like he'll spread lies and rumors to the other engines. He especially fears that Ulysses has begun to fall victim to this. As you might remember, I recently did a remake of Gordon Goes Forward. Now, that wasn't for just me wanting to remake the story, it's actually because it ties into this whole AU. I originally wanted it to tie into this movie I was writing, and while I still want to do that, I currently can't due to time restraints. But I thought it'd be really cool to put Hamilton into this whole railway, since he isn't technically an actual engine who works there, but he's more of a side character who will occasionally pop in and out. I don't know why, but I've always loved Big City Engine. I wish he was actually able to be in the show, which is why I'm sad that they canceled the Gordon Goes Forward adaptation. I would have loved to see him in the TV show. And there you have it. Those are all the characters who currently work at the Azalea Railway. I hope you've enjoyed meeting all these new characters. Now, I really hate announcing projects because every time I announce a project, it literally gets canned. So many projects I have worked on have never seen the light of day. So I'm skeptical to say if I'll do anything with these characters. Aside from a couple videos here and there, I would love to do a series with them, but as of right now, I am unsure. I just want to say a huge thank you as I have just hit 500 subscribers. I am so grateful for this, and I thank you all so much. I have also recently unlocked the community tab on YouTube, so I plan on using that feature more and more. However, I'm still testing the waters with it. I hope you've enjoyed this video as I enjoyed making it. ExpressMe64 signing out. Farewell.